system. Most respected Vice Chancellor and authorities of Alagappa University, Karaikudi. Most respected authorities of AICT and Airtel Academy. Most respected Director of this program. Most respected Coordinator of this program. Most respected Organizing Secretaries and a member of this program. Most respected the 14th session resource person. Good morning to all of you. I am happy to invite and heartful welcome our today 14th session resource persons, Professor and Head, Department of Banking Technology, School of Management, Pondicherry Central University, Dr. S. Sudalimuthu sir. I warm welcome you, sir, in your presence in the 14th session as a resource persons of FDP program. I welcome you, sir.
Welcome, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. He is a great and dynamic personality in teaching, research, and extension activities. He has 28 years of teaching and 18 years of research experience. His area of specialization in accounting, finance, and system. He guided 14 MPhil candidates and 18 PhD. He has published 10 books through the Indian and international publishers. He has published 172 articles in the various refereed national and international journals. He has participated and presented 109 research papers in various national and international journals. He visited Thailand, Russia, Brazil for the paper presentations. He has completed 3 funder projects from UGC and ICSSR. He is a member of Indian Accounting Association and Madras Management Association. He is a Board of Study member and Academic Council member from various universities. He is a awardee of Best Teacher from the Pondicherry University. He has received cash award and honored from Tamil Nadu State Council, Department of Higher Education, Government of Tamil Nadu. He is a biography in publisher by leading publisher of biographical information, Marcus Who in the year 2011 and 2013. This is a brief profile of the 14th session resource persons of Professor S. Sudalimuthu sir. I invite the resource person to share his views on leadership excellence and technology. Thank you, sir.
So, thank you, Professor Ganapati sir.
Thank you, sir.
So, my respected and beloved Professor and Head, Department of Commerce, Senior Professor Gurumurthy sir, and my good friend and Organizing Secretary of this FDP, and Dr. S. Ganapati, and other co-organizer, and his name is Guru Panti. Am I right, sir? Guru Panti, and other faculty members from Department of Commerce, Alagappa University, other faculty members, and the great, my dear participants. Rather, I want to say the future leader of academic leaders, the future academic leaders and others. So once again, I extend my warm greetings and good morning to all of you. Friends, I'm happy to meet all of you in this FDP that is conducted through online. See, friends, here the technology now playing a very important role to perform our various activities. So, few weeks back, friends, Professor Ganapathy sir called me and invited me to deliver the lecture in this FDP. So he suggested a few topics like stress management and others. I immediately requested, sir, I am the technology person. I am heading the department of technology, banking technology. So better to give some topic related to this technology related topic, like that I asked. So immediately he accepted and he requested me to give the topic. And due to my committed works, later I have not given an appropriate topic, but he suggested this topic to me, the role of leadership on technology. And in that invitation, I noticed the topic. Then you see, accordingly, and that I want to talk something related to this. And later I think of talking to you on role of leadership in a digital business. Then the role of technology for a successful leadership. Then the leadership in Industry 4.0. Like that, I have collected so many information. I want to talk all these things. But I want to put it in a single tag. I want to talk all these things accordingly. Now I framed a topic, Leadership 4.0. A technology-oriented a topic that I want to talk to you now. Industry 4.0, everybody knows. Accordingly, now in the future, we need the leaders to manage the Industry 4.0. So accordingly now, we are talking about so many 4.0s now. We are talking about Education 4.0. That helps to create a new young manpower to manage the future industry. So we created that then Industry Bank 4.0. 1 minute, please. I will switch off my mobile. There's a lot of call is coming for me. Okay. Then you know well about that Bank 4.0. And accordingly, there are so many 4.0s and all coming now. So Leadership 4.0, 4.0, that is an appropriate topic, I thought, because that it is going to it reflect what kind of leadership required in the Industry 4.0, right? So I'm going to talk to you about this Industry 4.0, covering all these topics. Accordingly, I have that to make the agenda like this. These are all the agenda, a broad agenda that I want to talk to you, right? So before moving into my full presentation, I want to thank Professor Ganapathy sir and Gurumurthy sir and others for having given me the opportunity to discuss with you through this mode. So one request to all the participants, please, even though this presentation is taking place through the online, I request all of you, mute your mic. Don't switch on your mic during my presentation. Number one. Number two, better you please sit and listen to the presentation. Even though you are all the teachers, while attending the FDP, now you are all the learners. So I don't want any respect from you, but I want respect from you for the teaching profession. Some people, while attending this, including the students, so they casually laying down on the bed and listen to that and switch on the mic and switch on the video, or just to switch on this interaction and doing other work. And simultaneously, without listen to that, they used to do so many things. But I hope you are all very committed audience and participants. And so you please listen to the presentation. And at the end, I will give some time to you to interact with me. Right. Friends, you see, I'm going to talk about the leadership. That too in the Industry 4.0, I'm going to talk about leadership 4.0. That leadership is that going to lead the future, a technology-oriented organization. Right. But what is very important here is creativity and innovation. These two things are very, very important for that leadership. That alone, these two, especially these two only distinguishes the two people, that is leader and the follower. Okay, friends. So you need the creativity, you need that innovation. If you have the creativity, automatically innovation comes. So if you want to gain the creativity and do the innovation, and you are asked to be the learner. So leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. So learning, continuous learning, that and all very, very important nowadays. Why this continuous learning? I will come to that point later. Okay. So if you are not a creative, at least you wish to be a creative, you try to be a creative alone, that give you the innovation, idea, that force you to learn the things. So learning helps you to create, and the creativity helps to innovate. That helps you to become a innovative leader. That leader is required for the Industry 4.0. That leader is going to be that innovative leader. Okay. So creativity is the source of economic activity. Creativity is the source of economic activity. I think you see, friends, now there are so many new way of activities that if you see the e-commerce platforms, if you see the Ola, or if you see the other business forms, you see lot of creativity involved in this. Okay, in all this. So what I want to suggest is that try to be a creativity, that is the basis for all the economic activities. Okay. Now a simple work I want to give. Try to draw a triangle now. Please, all of you, on your notebook, you try to draw a triangle now. Try to draw a triangle. Right. I think that 10 seconds is required. That is sufficient for that. Do it fast. Draw a triangle. You can draw a triangle normally in this way. Am I right? I think most of you draw your triangle in this way. But how many of you draw this way? This is also a triangle. How many of you draw this way? This is also a triangle. How many of you draw this way? This is also a triangle. So if you ask you to draw a triangle, there are different ways are available. Now a simple test. I have shared one link in your WhatsApp group. I request all of you to open that. And after opening that link, you please select the answer. If you draw a triangle like this, you put the answer A, usual form. If you do it like this, you type the answer B. First you type your name, then give the answer. Then if you give the answer C, that is you activate, just you press it, automatically it gives. Then if you draw a triangle like this, then select the answer D. Quickly do that. 1 minute time, please. Please, that morning, and that is my session is at nearing the 12 o'clock timing, and it's lunchtime. I think I want to give some kind of interactive activity to you. That is why. Whether you can able to get this WhatsApp, I think in the WhatsApp group I have given the link. Just open the poll and give your answer. I think nobody given the answer. Why? Audience, please. I am audible to you.
Giving, sir.
Sir, it is not opening.
It will open. And just you click it, and automatically it will open. It will take you to that website, and just it asks the name. Then if you give the name, then that 4 options will appear, A, B, C, D. And if you type, I can able to see the answer.
Submitted the answer, sir.
Okay. Right, it is working. Right.
Sir, how to send it?
No, just you type it, automatically it comes to me. You type your answer and automatically I can get the answer. I think
Not the, you need not to press the A or B.
you press any of the A, B, C, D are available now. You select any of that, any one of that.
Okay. I have sent it.
Okay. I think, right. But in my website, it shows only few answers, but most of the answers belong to A. So I can see, but it is not reflected here.
Excuse
Right.
me, sir.
Yeah, please.
It asks a lot of steps to enter the poll, sir. That's why we are typing in the chat box.
Oh, I see. That the steps is nothing. They will ask your username.
No, sir.
That is
No,
just
sir, the
you
website
give a
is asking
name.
for,
Huh.
sir,
Yeah,
website
please.
is asking for permission to enable the cookies, sir, actually. That we can cancel it, actually. By just typing
Okay.
continue, we can
Ah.
select the answer, sir. That's why people
Right.
are saying that lot of steps
Okay.
are there. We
Okay,
can
right.
skip that cookies, sir.
Cookies. Yes. Okay, friends.
That is the
Anyway,
only, otherwise it's very easy, sir.
right, sir. Right. Anyway,
But
friends.
lot of persons are mentioning yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, that is the way.
Yeah.
So that majority of the people, they have given the first answer, option A. That means that is the mindset of the people. So most people, they want to write the familiar known answer only. So if you, that is known answer is triangle way. That is the first option. So you try to think about it and try to think differently to give the answer that will give a different answer to you. That is a creativity. Now another one, so draw another line to make this Roman letter 9 into 6. Any one of you? Is it possible, sir? I request you to draw another line to make this Roman letter 9 into 6. Is it possible? I want to draw another line to make this 9 into 6. Right. Sir?
In front of the letter, we write yes, sir.
Yes, also the straight line.
Yes,
So, yes, also the line. What I am asking, you see, another line.
sir. Oh,
So,
sorry.
yes, also the line. Yes, also the
Okay,
line.
okay.
Am I right? Yes, also
Ah.
the line. So,
Yes,
now
sir, yes,
that
sir.
is the creativity. That
Oh,
is the
curved line.
creativity. Yeah, curved line, that's all. So
Ah,
that
yes,
is the
sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
creativity. So that kind of we can say, I can say any number of example like this. So that another answer is that same 9 we rotate, then it will give 6. That also. So a different way of answers are available if you think creatively, innovatively. That is required for a manager that is a leader in the 21st century for the industry 4.0. And another, the same thing, it is available. You try to give the answer for the same link, it is available. What is your purpose of your participation of this FDA? For career advancement, or gaining the knowledge and skill, or for certification, or learning, unlearn and relearn, or want to be an academic leader, or none of this. Some people having some other options. I'm that the most familiar answer I have given. If I would have asked the question, what is your purpose of your participation? Somebody else says, I want a career advancement, sir. This type of FDP is required for that. So most of you may say like this. And some of you given the answer like gaining knowledge, sir. I want some kind of skill through this FDP through online. Some, I want a certificate, sir, for that I am doing. Some, sir, I want to learn something, unlearn something and relearn something. So some want to be an academic leader. So these are all the reasons. So that polling also there. I think you people are having some problem with that polling. That is why I am not able to get the answer. Anyway, you try to give the answer. I will see. You try to give the answer in the polling that another part is available. Try to give. I will find that. But most of you from this presentation, from these questions, most of you preferably they give the answer number 1 and 3. Am I right, sir? 1 and 3. I think most of you, I think if you see that poll, and most of the answers are 1 and 3, some of the answer now coming from in the answer number 2, gaining the knowledge. Right, this is normally be the answer for that. But I want to say that a different answer to you. So your purpose may be a different one. Yeah, please, sir.
Sir, can I interrupt, sir, now?
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. As told by Alvin Toffler, the uneducated one in 21st century will be the one who is not able to relearn, unlearn, and learn, unlearn, and relearn, sir.
Yes, sir, the same I want to tell you.
That's what I have given that answer, sir. That is why I have given my answer as
learn, unlearn, and relearn. So here illiterate means those who cannot read and write. That is not an illiterate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn.
Yes,
so
sir.
the teacher as well as the leader, you always be learn the things continuously. You have to learn, and sometimes you have to unlearn the things. Unwanted things you have to unlearn. That is why in Tamil there is a very famous Tirukural, Karka Kasad Ara. That means unwanted things you have to remove that. Whatever you want, that you have to learn. Now I want to tell you one thing, sir. We are from our graduation. You are the teacher from your graduation. That you are learning so many things. How many of you following that so many times you are revamping the syllabus and removing the unwanted things, especially in accounts. I am specialization in system and accounts and finance mentioned by Ganapathy sir. So that while we are studying the partnership accounts, the Garner versus Murray rule, and there are partnership admission and death of the partner and goodwill sharing. So many things we have studied. Whether we are practicing, even that accountant, whether they are following all these things now. And even if some of the institution, they are still teaching all these things. Whether it is relevant now, you think about it. Now there are sophisticated software technology and all available. If you put the transaction, it will give all the results. So even without knowing the fundamentals also, one can prepare the account. Not only that, he can interpret that results also in such a way. So that is different. But what I want to say here is, please move the mic. What I want to convey here is, you continuously learn, and at the same time, you unlearn the unwanted things and relearn the new things. Friends, and I am basically a commerce man. I have completed both BCom and INCOM. Then in the year 1992, I have joined PGDCA, Postgraduate Diploma in Computer Application. And at that time, I was serving as a part-time teacher in Thiruvallur College, Pavanasam, a Kundakudu College, a great institution. So morning time, we used to take the serving as a teacher and take the class. Evening time, I attended the PGDCA course offered by MS University during the evening time. Those time I learned DAS and Fortran, basic, COBOL language, system analysis and database management. These subjects I have learned with a lot of great difficulties, right? Then now see later, that helped me to get into one college in Udumalapet called Vidyasagar College, with only because of the PGDCA, and that put me in that college as a head of the bank, BCom computer application, BCom CA, you are familiar with that, computer application department. Then after that, I learned so many latest things. Then only I learned Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint and all, and C language, and the Pascal language, and the latest ones and all. Then that helped me to get into Bharatiyar University. Later I joined in Bharatiyar University faculty. Again, you know well about the Bharatiyar University under the great Professor Manikam. He introduced a computer application related PG course and UG course and all. There I took Visual Basic. And there I learned so many computer languages and subjects, computer architecture subjects and all. That helped me to get into the banking technology department in Pondicherry University. Now I am heading the technology department in a central university, that we are offering a banking technology course. This year we are going to introduce the financial technology MBA course. So continuously I am learning. Now I am doing the Python program in the NPTEL course. I'm learning. So you continuously learn, then only you can survive, you can elevate into the different positions. Now I am leading, I am the leader because of my relearning. So learn and unlearn the unwanted things and relearn. That is the great, that Alvin Toffler. So a great social science researcher. So the illiterate of the 21st century, as some of my friends mentioned, those who cannot read and write. So if you are not learning and unlearning and relearn, that also belong to that group, try to be that. Then the same author, he has written a book, a great book in the 90s called Power Shift. I think how many of you read that book, that I don't know, because it is more relevant to this technology related topic. So just I want to quote this, Power Shift. Okay. So in that book, after 1990, he has written the book. That book is very famous at that time. Still it is available in the market, and a very good book. And that book, that Alvin Toffler, he has mentioned that the 19th century belonged to UK. And he colonized many countries. He has that UK, United Kingdom, captured many countries across the world and controlled the country with the military power. So the muscle power used by UK and colonized many countries and ruled many countries across the world. So 19th century belonged to that UK. Then that power shifted to USA. That USA in the 20th century, United States of America, that a power country, that powerful country, that because of the money power. Now you see everywhere the dollar. So anyway, they dollarized the world economy, and they dominated the entire world. Now the US dominated the entire world now because of the money. So first one is muscle power, number one. That with the help of the muscle power, UK dominates. Then number two, money. That money power, with the help of money power, that power shifted from UK to USA. USA now, that in the 20th century, that ruled the world. Now in the 21st century, Alvin Toffler that predicted that now in 21st century not belong to UK, not belong to USA, the power is shifted to some other country. He predicted, he justified, and he has not mentioned about the European countries. The power not shifted to Europe, the power not shifted to Middle East. What he has mentioned, the power shifted to Asian country. And he identified two countries, India and China. And after comparing that, China is having more population, but the old people population, age-old population. So China may not be that superpower in the 21st century. So India is going to be the superpower commentary. So from the power is going to be shift from USA to India in the 21st century. So the 21st century belong to India. That is highlighted by this Alvin Toffler in his book. He mentioned the third M. First M, UK, that is muscle power. Second M belong to USA, that is a money power. That is the third M, that is the manpower. He mentioned. So that too, India is having the very good manpower, that too young manpower. Very often we use the term our demographic dividend. So we have a very good young manpower, and that too very knowledgeable manpower. So you can now witness it. Across the world, you see many good positions, even in USA, that many leading position occupied by the Indian mind, Indian manpower. So manpower, the Indian manpower helps the India to become the 21st century the power center. So that with that, now I want to say that this manpower, this knowledge power is going to rule not only in India, across the world, that India is going to dominate in that. With that, I want to shift it to that other part. The thing is, if you want to get the knowledge, so that if you want to create that manpower, some of the hierarchy is required. Normally, you see in the case of business, so data is the basic one. Normally, the business collected the data, and we, the teacher, used to collect the data from the book. And if you read, we can collect the data. If you refer, we can collect the data. The basic input is called the data. Then we try to understand and try to convert the data into information. So the process of converting the data into information, so is we call the data processing. Computer normally used to do this. So computer, we call it as electronic data processing machine. So the technology used to process that technology, computer technology. So that helps to provide information. From that, we can get some that insightful information, we call it as a knowledge. So if we want to gain the knowledge, new knowledge, so what is required? Useful information is required. So collect the data, converted into information. That information create that to provide the knowledge. We are doing the research, PhD research, MPhil research, and postdoctoral research and all we are doing. So what we are doing? Either we use the primary data or secondary data. And after collecting the data, with the help of the statistical tools, with interpretation, we converted into information. Then finally, in the findings and in the conclusion in our research paper, we are showing that this is the fact, that is a knowledge. So that if we want to do the knowledge, we have to do a lot of good research. That research helps to convert the data into information. If we want to do more efficiently, the technology, that plays a very important role. So if you continuously update the knowledge, it brings the wisdoms to you. So wisdom, that the next level of the higher level language, then if you have all these things, it will give the great successful life, that excellence. So in management, in leadership also, this process is required. So this process helps to gain the knowledge and provide the wisdom that helps the business to run successfully. So this is the knowledge gaining process, and business also using this. Okay, friends. Now, I want to say something related to information. Because in the case of business, because now I'm going to talk about the role of the technology that helps the leaders. So technology, how the technology helps? The technology provide an appropriate information to the leaders to take various decisions. So this information is very much required. That only converted into knowledge that helps the leaders to take all management activities. So it is a sixth important resources for the business. We know other 5 resources: men, machine, material, money, and methods are the other 5, the resources that required by the business. But information is the 6th resources. Okay, so that information keep on update. Today, the need for an updated information that has become an inevitable to arrive at an effective decision in all walk of our life, each and every stake, including business, updated information. For that, what is required? Some good system is required. So information system, what is? It is nothing but a combination of hardware, combination of good people, software, network, and data resources. So through that combination, we collect the data, convert it into information, and can then transform to knowledge and disseminate the knowledge to the various organization level and others. So that for that information system is required. So information system is the combination of all. So normally you see this is the technology system. If you do all this work with the help of the electronic device, the computers, then we call it as an information system. Okay, so you see that information system over the period of time. In 1950, we call this process of conversion, information processing, information system. So that is not a new one, even it is available in 1950s. At that time we call it as a data processing. Then in 60 to 70, the data processing is changed into MIS, Management Information System, Management Reporting. Again in the 80s, 70s, 80s, again it's moved into another dimension called DSS, Decision Support System. Then you see in that 80s and 90s, another new system we call it as an expert system. Then in 2000, after the computerization and followed by the internet and all, that artificial intelligence system, AI. Now that everywhere you see, we can had about the 4 important things: data analytics, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, blockchain technology, security. And these are all the very important area in which the future is going to that works. So all our future manager is going to work under these new technologies. So from 2010 onwards, a new information system, we call it as a digital information system. So now that we are with that digital information system, we are moving into the next, the generation information system. So everybody should know, especially the leader should know about this technology and this information system. Then only you can able to lead your organization. Then only you can able to lead your your subordinates. Then only you can able to survive in the market. So using the appropriate technology, and through the technology you process the information, apply an appropriate information system, gain the knowledge, accordingly you lead the organization. That is a message I want to convey. You know well about that. In the case of business, as I mentioned earlier, transaction processing, TPS, then management information system, then decision support system, then executive information system. You see, this is this management hierarchy. Lower level TPS, then middle level there are MIS and DSS. The top level we call it as an executive. All these levels, they are using the information system. And they are using that appropriate technology over a period of time to take the decision and to lead the team. Right. So not only that, in that you see a different subsystem also there. AI means accounting information system, financial information system, marketing information system, then the human resource information system, management information system. There are subsystems over the period they developed. And they applied all these information system in these functional area. And from that they use the information system as well as a technology to gain the knowledge from the data to information, information to knowledge, and apply that for performing all the leadership function in an organization. So the role of information for the lower level, it supports the business operation. In the middle level, it supports the decisions. In the upper level, it supports the strategic planning. They support the strategy advantages. So this information system, that to technology-based information system, that are playing a very important role to perform all the leadership function, management functions in a more efficient and effective way. That is a message I want to convey. But here I am using the term leadership and management, leader and all very often. I think you might have learned other teachers over the last few days. They have clearly mentioned about leadership and management, but I want to say a few words about that. So the leadership and the management, there are two things, but management is efficiency in climbing the ladder of success. Over stages are available. So you want to achieve the success. For that, different ladders, steps are available. Measure the step, move ahead, and that efficiently you have to climb, and that process we call it as a management. But in the case of leadership, friends, in the case of leadership, that determines whether the ladder is leaning against the right wall. So management is talking about the efficiency, leadership is talking about the effectiveness. That is in both the cases. In the previous case, whatever I have mentioned about the information system and all, in so far we have discussed about only about this management. But over the period of time, the management topic is slowly moved into the leadership. That leadership is slightly different from the management. Further, one more things I want to say that management, you see, 10 to 25% only on productivity and order management. Mostly they are doing planning, organizing, staffing, controlling, problem solving, budgeting and all. That is the management work. But if you see the leadership, so 90% the leadership is thinking about the change management. So changing the direction, changing the overall planning, aligning the people with that work, motivating the people. I think I joined in the previous session little bit advanced. I listened to the previous speaker. He also very nicely mentioned about the motivation and inspiration about that. So this is leadership. So mainly you see this leadership is now mainly related to that assess the changes, accept the changes, adopt the changes, accordingly take this organization into success. So they have given the direction according to the changes. By adopting that, accordingly they make the plan, align the people with that changes. Changes, I think you might have learned many things about the changes that alone permanent in the world. Unless you accept the changes, what I have mentioned about, I accept the changes over the period of time. In my career, over the period of time, many changes occurred, I accepted. That acceptance only now given a lot of elevation, that with that elevation only I am now serving in Central University. So the leadership, so they 75 to 90% focusing on change management, that is the leadership. For that, the new technology, that is very, very important. What is the new technology, sir? Over the period of time, what I have mentioned about the changes, that means there are a lot of changes taken place. The changes, we call it as a revolution, right? The revolution, agricultural revolution, industrial revolution, like that we are talking so many things because the changes taken place. Accordingly, the people accustomed to that, the management accustomed to that, the leader accustomed to that, the follower accustomed to that, they survive and they succeed. Now the revolution. So as I mentioned, I want to talk more about the industrial revolution for industry 4.0 and the role of leadership. Now, in the case of industrial revolution, so if anything happened, fundamental changes. So fundamental changes in the way of doing the work. Now you see, friends, all of a sudden that COVID-19 pandemic, that changed the way of taking the class, the way of conducting the FDP. Nobody think about that. Nobody thought about that. Now I am taking the class. How many of you listening? How many of you laying on the bed? How many of you eating the food at 12:30? How many of you that just chatting with your friends, just casually listen to? So all in that, in the regular class, that and all not possible. Now you see, And now your coordinators and Guru Murthy sir and Ganapati and all, through the WhatsApp, they are maintaining. I am watching every day your interaction. Most of the people in your WhatsApp group talking about attendance only. Sir, my name is there. My name is represented in attendance like this. So we need that attendance. So what I want to mention is now our approach is changed. The way of doing the work is changed. So that changes is the revolution, right? So industrial revolution is a fundamental change in the way of goods are produced from human labor to machine. That is, I will give further details regarding this later. So more efficient way of doing things, that is also revolution. And more efficient means of production and the subsequent high level of production triggers far-reaching changes in industrial societies. That's also industrial revolution. That machines that and all invented which replaces the human labor, that also revolution. And new energy sources were developed to power the new machinery. Start with steam power, then electricity, and now that other mode of energies. So that is a revolution. So increase the use of metals, mineral like aluminum, coal, and copper instead of the clay kind of things. So that changes, adoption of the changes. So you see the method of production changes, the machinery introduced, the way of working changes, the way of learning changes, the product changes. We call it as the fundamental changes, we call it as industrial revolution. So increase the use of technology, a new technology, that is one of the important criteria, that role for this industrial revolution. Now you see the principal, or you see your coordinator, or the Vice Chancellor of Alagappa University, how they are now, they are all leaders. The coordinator is a leader, Guru Murthy sir is a leader. How he is leading this FDP, you think about it? You compare the previous mode of leading and this mode of leading. How a principal now leading the student, leading that college, leading means managing the college now. And now every principal is now looking into, every Vice Chancellor is now looking into, every this type of organizer looking into. You are all the part, you are the teacher, you are also the leader for your student. Now you are thinking about how to go about the next. October, today or tomorrow, that government is going to announce that Unlock 5.0. After opening the colleges, how to make the class arrangements, how to keep the social distancing, how to teach, how to interact with the students. Now that we are thinking about this, whether it is a one shift way taking the class or two shift, whether options to the students for online and offline, there are so many ways we are looking into that. So changes. Now the technology helps me to do all this work in a better way. So that is why for the revolutions, the technology changes also one of the reasons. Now you'll see, friends, now earlier, so this kind of the tool only used for mainly agricultural activities. This is the way that the boating, this roads and this curving and all, you see, this is the way, the constructions, this is the way in which this first revolutions, from that only the first revolution taken place. So that and all earlier stages. Then 1760 to 1830, that is 17th century, the first industrial revolution taken place. So they use the steam power, that is the first energy used. So that is the first industrial revolution. These kind of equipments, I think some of the senior people noticed about that previous rail, that is train with these steam engines. So, and these kind of tools used in that, do you see that? This is also with steam power based instruments. See that? This and all the first. How the people managed, how the production taken place, how the people managed, how the leaders lead the organization, just think about it. And these leaders are suitable up to 1830. After that, the same leaders not able to manage the second industrial revolution organizations. So they have to change. They changed. Unless you change, the system throw away from that. So that is the thing, first industrial revolution. These are all the things, the coals and also used for energy creation, right? So here only that first industrial revolution mostly taken place, right? So the first industrial revolution was the period where that the harness of power and mechanical equipments, water and the steam engine, these are all the major players in the first industrial revolution. If you come to the second, then what happens? This electricity generation. That electricity, the power, that to bring the lot of changes. So that brings the changes and new way of this. So many organization established, a car manufacturing company, the product goods and services are produced in a different way, different instruments introduced. You see that a different way of goods and services and all produced. These are all some of the medicine during that period. So the second, this is electricity and mass production, the second industrial. Then the second industrial revolution manager or leaders, so now they have to update, otherwise they are not suitable for the third industrial revolution. So up to 1914, they can able to manage the business. Then the third revolution starts, the computerization. The computerization started from 1960 onwards. The third industrial revolution started all the things. That is the information technology, what I have explained about all these things. And robots and automation, that is automatic production and all initially started. So still we are in the third industrial revolution, computers and internets and interconnectivity, networks and related automatic production, mass production, that and all possible now. From that now, so that, yeah, these are all some of the other things related to that. So now with that, we are moving to the fourth industrial revolution. We are moving to the space. And there are so many innovative devices we are making. The devices, they are going to talk each other. Machine is going to speak. Machine is going to interact. If one machine complete the production, automatically it transfer the services to others. So the machine interacts. That means the artificial intelligence, we created the human brain. So the intelligence we created on the machine, we call it as an AI, artificial intelligence. So that the chips and all is going to speak a lot. And this technology like blockchain technology is going to safeguard the security. It is a technology for providing the safeguarding the people, those who are involving in that technology related services. So once you move on to 100% online, now because the challenge is the security. Lot of people losing their money. They lost their money due to the security lapse. So in order to prevent that, a new kind of technology introduced. It is nothing but a new method of creating the database, distribute the database, that we call it as a blockchain. So that introduced. And you see the robotics and this automatic car. You can talk to the car. And after getting into the car, you switch on the car and give the direction, it automatically gives to you. You can change that gear. You can talk to the car for playing the video and audio. And you can call the other people inside the car just without touching anything, just you talk to the car. The Alexa, you know well about that, like that. So these are all the changes in the fourth revolution, the mobile. Now, later, if you want to search the things, you go to the Google and type everything. Now our kids and all very cleverly open the Google mobile, and in the Google speak, they just orally they mentioned, go to the song, it goes. And mention about a particular item, it automatically that search and gives. So the people now talking to the mobile. Not only through the communication, now just switch on the mobile, go to the Google and switch on the mic and mention about Google, that to open the Google map, it automatically opens. How to reach Chennai? If you take like that, automatically the Google Maps comes. Swiggy is available nearby, it comes. Where the petrol bulk is available nearby, just you speak the mobile, it will take you. That is that way the works and all going on. Technology, that Internet of Things, IoT, everywhere internet, the devices and all connected. And see that I am sitting at my home and doing the things. And from here I am transferring all the data. From here I am transferring the link. And you see, now I can do the presentation from here as well as from my department. Otherwise, if I go to my native place, from there also I can do, because all I can store it in the cloud. So Internet of Things and the cloud computers and all, that that sophisticated technology services available. So unprecedented development in genetics, 3D printing, biotechnology, nanotechnology, Internet of Things, quantum computers, these are all the fourth revolution. So first is this steam, power and water. Second is mass production and this electricity. Then third one is digital and IT and electronics. Fourth one is the cyber physical systems, digital and biological, robotic learning from the human, and human interact with robotics, and machine to machine interaction. So in such a way, the next generation is going to rule. So now you are all the teacher, you are all going to create the manpower to manage the fourth generation industry. You are going to create the leaders for the fourth generation people, the fourth industrial revolution people. So you have to teach the people accordingly. You make the leaders accordingly. And for that, you had to accustomed to that, you have to develop yourself. That is why I mentioned about learn, unlearn and relearn. You learn, unlearn and relearn, then only you become a good leader. All the teachers are the leaders. We have an inborn leadership quality, we the teachers. So unless we learn and relearn and unlearn to accept that industry 4.0 related technology, we are not suitable for leading the next 21st century manpowers. And we are not going to be the superpower in the 21st century. We have a very good manpower with a lot of energy. So we are in a position to tune that energy with the technology that create a very great leaders for our country. So that is that focus on my presentation. Now you see, these are all the fourth generation industry technologies. Internet of Things, IoT, everything through the internet we are doing. Very simple, sir. Now in the refrigerator at your home, that attached to the internet, and just before opening that your door of the refrigerator, you can able to talk to your refrigerator. What are the vegetables available? When the stock is going to be exhausted, and how many vegetables we have taken from that refrigerator over the period of time, you can talk, and that your refrigerator is going to give the answer for that. And your mobile phone is going to give the details regarding where are the places you are traveling, what are the amount you are spending for so many that ways, and your pattern of spending, how much time you are walking, all the details. So internet is connected to our life in so many ways. And because of this internet and information technology, we are producing so many data. And that voluminous data, the data not only in terms of numbers, data in terms of video, data in terms of expression. Sir, very simple things I have given you. Please visit the YouTube and you try to watch some of the specific topic related today. Next day you open that YouTube, the previous day whatever you listened, that related things will come. How it is? So that assessed your taste, accordingly it will give. Sir, if you are using the Facebook and that what are all the things you are watching, what are all the things you are uploading, that automatically with few months that Facebook helps to assess your quality and character, attitude, everything. That is why I suggest my students not to use that Facebook, because now if you use the Facebook and if you get to use the other unwanted things, it will tell about your habits to the other people very easily. So that what I want to say, that data in terms of video, in terms of picture, in terms of image, in terms of numbers, there are so many ways are available. All these things we can able to convert and generate information, then generate knowledge. That is a big data. So through this augmented reality, now the doctors are doing the operation just by seeing an artificial that operations. So there are augmented reality, real-time operation related, real-time business activity related. So augmented AR and VR. And integration, virtual integration is possible. Cloud computing and additive manufacturing and cyber security, advanced robotics. These are all the technologies available and going to rule and going to that to play a very important role in the industry 4.0. And this technology, please listen, these are all the technologies going to change the method of doing the business and the organization and the leaders. Just now I mentioned about that, the leaders, that regular role, the present role as well as the future role is going to be changed. The leader is going to lead the organization in a different way. Work at home is the mantra now. Even the workers are working at home, the leader is going to manage and lead. That is the industry 4.0. So that IoT, security, cloud computing, augmented reality, VR and AR, these are all the technology is going to change the method of doing the business, and that changes require the method of leading, managing the organization. So accordingly, we the teachers used to create the manpower, and if you want to become a leader in that organization, accordingly you have to relearn, unlearn, and that new learnings that help you to become that leader 4.0. Okay, so what has changed? Just I highlight industry earlier hiring workers from local. In the first revolution, the industry recruit the people from the local area only. Then the second, in the regional area, they recruited the workers. And in the third, global. Now you see, friends, global, that too from everywhere. Now you are going to recruit the people, you are going to assign the work, you are going to lead, and you are going to be a leader for the workers. They are going to work across the world, work at home and across the world. So for that, you are going to create a leader, you are going to create the worker. That leadership is required, managing these workers. Then earlier, the industry provide after recruitment, before assigning the job, they used to provide the training. Now, yes, during the first industrial revolution period, they recruited the people and provided the training. Second, some kind of training by collaborating with the colleges, universities. So they provide some basic training at college, additional training, additional input given in the industry, and they employ. Then in the third, learn in the college. And fourth, that whether you learn the college or not, the first question is, do you already have the knowledge to do this work? Where you get the training, that is immaterial. You do the training wherever it is possible through online, you try to do. And whether you are ready for doing that work, whether you know the work or not, that type of people only going to be selected. No this kind of hands-on training is going to be provided by the organization belong to industry 4.0. So the leaders, you need not provide any training, just to give the direction to the people. We need these people, you gain the knowledge, update your skill and come to my industry. That is the point. Then training duration, first very high. Second, medium type of training during the second industrial revolution, industry 2.0. 3, very low training. Here, no training at all in the industry 4.0. So that leaders not in a position to give any importance to the training. How the people are working? just to do as told. The manager is to give the direction. The leader is to give the direction. You have to do that. The second, yes. So you as well as assembly line. That is, that assembly line means the specified direction is there. We have to follow the direction and do that work. And the third one is your target. In the third revolution, target is given. You have to finish this target. According to the specified method, you have to finish it. It is a third. But in the case of fourth, you and your potential. How long you are updating, how long you are suitable, whether you have the potential to meet the company requirements, then you can work, you can lead. Otherwise, no. That is Industry 4.0. So unless you update, unless you learn and relearn, unless you regain the potential, you will be out. So where could I learn? Right, sir, I want to update and relearn to be a new leader for leading the organization and leading my team. Where could I learn? Earlier, mostly on the job. Industry 1. Industry 2, college and on the job, they learn. Industry 3.0, mostly from the colleges. But in the Industry 4.0, wherever it is possible, you learn. Whether it is college or through the internet or through the organization. Now, friends, you see, last few days that I am attending one program organized by Rajiv Gandhi and the Technical University. Through online, they are providing training for machine learning and artificial intelligence through online. Our university now, the data analytics program by one of my faculty member, Kasilingam, he is providing training through online. So that wherever you learn, I want to give that direction. You learned accordingly, you please improve your potential according to the requirements. Okay, so when should I learn? The time. When should I learn? So till we will tell you, that is the company will tell you for updating. Then first college, then they will provide accordingly you have to learn. Third, first college, then we will train you regularly updating the things. So every time, that is why now faculty development program, refresher course and all other things, and refresher course 1, 2, 3 and all. Why? For regular updation. But in the fourth, all the time you have to update. That in education 4.0, that is 2020 NEP 2020, the first focus is updating the teachers. Unless you update according to the requirements, that golden shake is come to you. Okay, so all the time you have to learn and update. What I need to learn is, so earlier the fixed things. If you are the accounting professor or if you are the finance manager, leader, so not changing, you have to do only the finance. And slowly the finance and the other related accounting. Then the finance and the accounting along with the technology. Now you see, whatever the changes required, you have to accept. So what I need to learn is not a fixed one. This month, this one you have to learn. Next month, another one you have to learn. Next year, the another one. Keep on learning, continuous learning. So should I innovate? Yeah, definitely. That is the first thing I want to give. First thing, there is no Industry 1.0. Whatever they used to give the direction you have to do, there is no need for any innovation. And yes, but try to think and try to do the new things in the Industry 2.0. And try the new things in the Industry 3.0. But fourth, innovation is the way of life. That is going to be the way of life. Creativity is going to be the way of life. Otherwise, it is difficult. So you please, accordingly, you create your student, lead that your academic activities. So Leadership 4.0. Now, I have mentioned about the industry requirements over the period of time. The training, education, learning, all other things. Accordingly, the Leadership 4.0, I want to tell you, in the Industry 1.0, so we have the leaders that are mostly male-dominated. Very few that to some area, 0 level, the female leadership. And mostly they use the muscle power. The leader, They use the muscle power to extract the work. That is industry 1.0 leadership. That is 1.0. But 2.0, most of methods, electricity with the method they give and the factory model. So that leaders, that whether they are doing the work according to the method, according to the model, according to the process, that only they gives. That is in the leadership 2.0. In the 3.0, that is an internet based, that is information era. You keep on updating that, and that leaders are the mental empire. Keep on that you improve your mind, knowledge. That is why the first I given the hierarchy: data to information, information to knowledge, knowledge to wisdom, then the successful life. So that leader is a mental empire. Keep on through the information and knowledge, through the internet and other process, through the technology, they keep on updating the mind, manpowers. So they are going to be the leader not only for the particular industry across the globe. That is 3.0 leadership, but 4.0, it's not related to respondent, not related to the information generation. The leadership 4.0 is related to how to respond to the information, not to generate the information. So that is information is coming. One input is coming to you. How to respond? That is leadership 4.0. So if you know how to respond to that, then you become a successful leader. So in the leadership 4.0, not related to generation of information, not focusing on information. Information anyway going to come with the help of the technology. How you are going to react, how you are going to respond to that information in a positive way, in a fruitful way, in an effective way, that leadership is available. So quick response and smartness, that is required. So the business is measured in terms of their development. So leadership 4.0, your leadership is measured in terms of your response, in terms of your quick response, in terms of your smartness, in terms of your business growth in the scaling up. So if you want to be a leader in the industry 4.0 or create the leader in the 4.0, please you listen to that leadership 4.0, right, sir? So this is leadership over the period of time. This is the management capability needed to support the phase of change in the industry 4.0. That is competition, hierarchy, technology, hyperconnectivity, and the transmission. So due to that limited time, another 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So just I don't want to explain all these things. Just you go through that. These are all the changes are the capabilities that a management or leader needs to accept and adopt to become a leader in industry 4.0. And this is the latest one given by the World Economic Forum, and they have given the leadership in the fourth industrial revolution. So they identified the 6 major factors, and among these, they have given more importance to the technology leadership. Okay, so now technology that plays a very important role. So there are 2 things. One is managing the technology and applying the technology for leading the industry. There are 2 ways. So by combining all these things, the leadership in the fourth industrial revolution is going to be like this. This is the latest one given by the World Economic Forum. Okay, now the leadership in the industry 4.0 is not only going to give the direction. The leader is not only going to lead and give the direction. So he keep on loading your energy, that is your subordinates, your workers' energy. So loading the energy is the role of the leader in the industry 4.0. And there are major 3 shifts that are going to be taken place in the industry 4.0. That is leaders in the industry 4.0. One is identity shift, mindset shift, and paradigm shift. So the thing is, earlier that you ask the question and give the answer. That is a manager. Now you see the manager is that is permitted to ask the question as well as the answer. You see that identity. Earlier, you see they use the muscle power and give the direction, not permitted others to ask the questions. Now the two-way. So that identity is shifted. Leader, they focusing themselves earlier. Now that identity is shifted now. So earlier that they got more power. Now, with the help of the power, they're enabling the workers to empower themselves. So empowering the workers, empowering their subordinate followers, that we call it is a mindset shift. That is in the leaders of that industry 4.0. And another one is paradigm shift. So there are three things: identity, mindset, and paradigm. So IQ to EQ. Last, I think in the schedule, you have studied about the EQ and all. So earlier, nobody really interested in your IQ. So it is your ability to develop and maintain the relationship. So how you relate, how you accustomed, how you interact with the others, that is a point. That is the another shift in the fourth industrial revolution. So the identity shift from answer to question, from mindset shift, from power to empowerment, from paradigm shift, from IQ to EQ, that is the changes of leadership from the previous area, there is previous industrial revolution to the new industrial. That is the difference between the previous leadership to the new leadership. So that identity shift, mind shift, and the paradigm shift, that shift is going to take place in the industry 4.0. That kind of leadership is required. So how the technology is impacting the leadership? Because it gives more flexibility to employees and its ability to manage anywhere on the real time, overcome the language barriers and automating the managements, and ways to use the technology in the workplace. So invest in flexible workspace option, increase the mobility, offer opportunities for learning and growth, and IoT usage, the machine-to-machine communication through the AI, increase the sharing and collaboration, provide and receive real-time feedback, facilitate learning on the go, that is ready for that, and cloud-based phone system. That is the use of technology in the workplace to motivate the employees by the leaders. The leaders should use all these things to motivate the employees, to lead the employees. So now a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So leader should know the way and he has to go the way. That is the shift. Accordingly, he shows the way. That is a leader, not simply give the direction. Okay, so I cannot change the direction of the wind while sailing on the boat, on the ship, or in the sea. So the leader can adjust that my sails to always reach my destination. So while moving towards the destination, lot of problem changes, issues comes. Accordingly, you have to adjust. That person is going to be a great leader. Okay, so if we want to create the people, so education 4.0 is required. The 4.0 is this one. So in the education 1.0, unorganized, only few elite, that non-standard, few elite non-standard institutions. In the two, that is private +2 UG and PG mode of education, public and private, and factory model education in the education 2.0. In the education 3.0, organized one, but mostly private and also factory model. But this kind of education is required now. Experimental model, technology application model, personal learning network, and mostly the last point, self-learning. In the education 4.0, we the teachers, you and me, we are all not to go to teach in the class. We are going to facilitate the young minds to learn themselves. That is our role. So facilitate the students to learn. So help the students to do the self-learning. That through the online class, we are doing that. So that is the education. Right. Now, learning. Now I want to move on to learning 1 to 4.0. Instead of education, I want to say now in the NEP 2020, it is going to be learning, not education. Education is not providing the stuff information, dictating the notes. That period is all over. Now that we are not in a position to dictate the notes and providing information, standing in front of the board and talking to the board and delivering, that is mere providing information. That is not there. Make the students to learn. That is the learning. Then only you can create that new manpower that required for this industry 4.0. So self-learning, create the learning ability. That is the thing in this. Okay, friends. So this is the learning 4.0, and I am not having the time to explain all these things. So these are all the components of learning and the learning 4.0 that is required for industry 4.0, that helps to create an effective leader, efficient leader. That leader can able to lead the industry that are going to be available in industry 4.0. When we think, we know. When we choose to learn, you see, when we think, we know. That means that when we choose to learn, see, you please read that according to Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. So you have to think, then only you can learn. Otherwise, we choose to learn. Okay, so a leader is somebody that can lift others into their better selves. We, the teachers, we are all the leaders, so we have to lift the others into their better selves. We are all the leaders. Through the FDP, your intention is to become a leader and create a leader. So your intention is to lift our students in the better positions. Do not go where the path might lead. Go instead where there is no path. If there is an already way, do not go. Where there is no way, and you please go there and create the way and leave a new path, new trail, and your own way to that. That is a leader. That kind of leader is required. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and to become more, you are a leader. That is the thing first I have given. Very beautiful quote. Leadership is not about being a charge. Leadership is about taking care of those who are in charge. Taking care of the people, those who are working on behalf of you, on behalf of our institution. So I will play a small things. You just to listen to that. Okay, what I want to, even from Eagle also, you can learn the leadership principles. Not only that, you see friends, this one of the coordinator of this program is the Ganapati, and I am the lover of the Lord Ganapati. you can see the lot of leadership lesson from this, the Ganapati picture also, Lord Ganapati picture also. So leadership lesson from the Ganesha is, you see that, and I don't want to read all these things, and especially the last point you read, see that there are two things. A small vehicle, we call it as mouse. Now the computer is the mouse that helps you to move around the world through the internet. And earlier, Lord Ganesha in his story mentioned that through the mouse, he moved around his parents and completed and the concept of moving around the world. Now the mouse, that is the leader, they can use that computer mouse that helps to move around the world. Not only that, the human body with the elephant head, that is that human organ transplantation that taken place long back with the help of Ganapati. See other things here, trunks, his ear, his head, his, and the stomach, big stomach, and clear eyes, each and everything that have some leadership lesson. So not only this picture, not only from the eagle, wherever you see, wherever you are seen, you can able to see the lot of leadership qualities. Try to acquire the best things from the best and become a good leader. And one more thing, just due to the time, I ignore this video. So here also the leadership qualities are available. Then these are all the top skills required in the year 22. So the year 2022 versus 2020, this one is for 22, another one is for 20. This leadership skill is required in the 2022. Okay, so these are all the qualities of boss and the leader. Now, in future, there is no word of boss. Everybody is going to be the leader, because leader is going to coach. Leader is thinking and it depends upon the goodwill. He generates the enthusiasm. He always try to use the term we. So we means wellness. If you use the term I means illness. If you always use the term my, I gives illness to you. If you say we, that give wellness to you, that is going to be the leader. So that fixes the breakdown, shows how it is done, develop the people, give the credit, ask, let's go. Right, friends? So if you see all these great people, all these people are that the technology leaders, they apply all these whatever I have mentioned, starting with creativity, innovation, and the technology-based leadership qualities, these people used, and now these people are the successful leaders. And many people I can able to quote, even the human, these are all the successful women leaders, technological leaders, they apply all the leadership qualities, and these are all the examples of the leadership, best leaders. And I want to conduct the test. You please go through the link. I will send the link to our Ganapati sir and Gurumurthy sir. You please go through the link. You can able to test your leadership skill freely. So this is one first link. What is your leadership style? By giving the answer to this question, you can test on your own about your leadership style. This is the test. Another one. So similarly, 3 links I have given. You can test your leadership ability, skills, and all. So input in summary, leadership is all about influencing, igniting, and inspiring. Who? Ordinary people to an extraordinary things. That is leadership. By applying your appropriate methods and the tools like the technology. So for that, what is required? Learn, relearn, self-learn, unlearn, and relearn. And that helps you to be a creative leader. So I want you all become a successful, creative, academic leaders. We are all leaders. And with that, we can able to create a good leader for our India to rule a powerful 21st century India. Thank you very much to all of you, especially to Gurumurthy sir and Ganapati sir and other coordinators. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Please. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anything from your side? Any questions, please? I'm happy to receive questions, please. I think that in between me and questions, that lunch will block the question, I think so.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
But nothing wrong in it. Instead of, normally Ganapati sir used to give that 45 minutes time for lunch. Am I right, Ganapati sir?
Sir. Like again,
get
2 o'clock, sir.
Okay, even 30 minutes also. That mindset is the problem. That is why I mentioned.
Okay,
Now,
sir.
5 minutes is there. If you want to ask any question, I'm happy to answer to that.
Do you have any queries?
Don't worry about your lunch. And those who are sitting at your home and you are getting lot of good aromas of your lunch, and ignore all this aroma and try to give some, put some good question. And the teachers also, I welcome the teachers also, because yes, Ashok Behra, please. Ashok Behra, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, very nice lecture, sir. I appreciate your effort. And sir, you are a genius person that you have just time to time you have cope up with the environment, like you have upgraded your knowledge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That only
So
helped me.
that I appreciate that one, how you have managed that one, that you are from commerce student to like a computer then management, and now you are banking. So
Technology.
I'm surprising you how you are managing this thing. I will learn a lot of
Changes,
things.
accepting the changes, adapting the changes. That is the two things, two mandara.
Yeah, sir. Really, I'm motivated. Can I have your email? I request to the organizer.
You please collect from Ganapati sir.
Please
collect
send
it
us
from
the
Ganapati sir.
email and mobile number of all the speakers and the slides, because whenever we will see, definitely we will motivate, sir. And any question we will ask to any time. So please, it is my request. Thank you very much.
Please, I am all my details available with the Ganapati, my friend, good friend Ganapati sir, please.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. I conclude the session, sir.
Yeah, please, if no question means, and then what is the meaning of sitting in front of the system?
Yes, sir. Do you have any queries from participants?
Vijay Ganam,
Yes, sir.
Vijay Vinayaga Murthy sir.
Thank you, sir. Very nice. Thank you, sir. Very nice.
Very good, sir. Very good, sir. Very good, sir. I
Okay,
think
sir.
any questions from your registrar, sir? I think registrars are also, I think, in the line. I think so. Am I right? So the thing is, I have a very good association with Alagappa University. I have so many mentors in that university, including Gurumurthy sir, and I have a good association always with one of the very legend in South India, that is our the syndicate member, our professor, senior professor, sir. I immediately forgot his name, who has given the first day lecture to that professor, sir. He is a good well-wisher of mine. Our Ganapati sir.
Yes, sir.
I know your professor, our
Dr. Gurumurthy, sir.
Gurumurthy sir, and our retired professor, recently retired.
Selvam, sir.
Selvam sir, yes, Selvam sir. And I have a very good association with the RMC sir also earlier. Still,
Yes,
I'm having a good connection.
Yes,
And
sir.
I always having good association with Alagappa University. Thank you very much to all of you for giving me the opportunity to interact with all of you. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Nice, sir.
Thank you, sir. I extend the thanks to the 20th session resource person, Dr. S. Suralimundu sir. They're speaking very well for the thought-provoking and eye-opening session. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, every participant. Their participant again log in at 2 o'clock. Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Ganapati sir, thank you. Thanks to all of you.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you.